Why you can't lose weight, part 3. Why you can't lose weight, part 3. Now, in the past 2 videos, we talked about getting your body into a place where your cells are providing you energy rather than taking energy in. This is the absolute and only key. This is the master key, ladies and gentlemen, to getting yourself to lose weight. You've got to effectively burn off what's there. You've got to stop giving your body a signal that says take more in, take more in, take more in. All that's going to do is make you really, really ravenously hungry and your world's going to get out of control. You need to get the blood sugars, the excess sugars down. You need to tell your body that in order to replenish those sugars, it's got to get fat and burn fat. Yes, so your body will keep the blood sugars levels up naturally even if you don't consume sugar. Why? Because it converts fat through glyconeogenesis to sugar, and through another process, maybe I think glyconeogenesis is the correct one. Hey, I said I wouldn't get too technical with all of this, but that's what you need to get to that place, okay? Hunger. In this process, you're probably going to get a little bit hungry. Now, folks, feeling a bit hungry is okay. In fact, get used to it, okay? The majority of the world feels hungry all the time. I don't know if you're aware of that, okay? And it's a matter of, with the feeling of hunger, it's a matter of saying, so what, I'm hungry, who cares? Look, it's not going to kill you. My European ancestor thought that if I skipped a meal, I was going to die of starvation. That's the truth, but of course they lived through 2 world wars, and I guess maybe that influenced them. But ultimately, feeling a bit hungry is fine. Many very well-established people, some cultures even, pride the fact that you should go to bed feeling just a little bit on the hungry side. That's okay. You sleep a lot better that way too. You ever notice that? Okay. Now, that feeling of hunger, by and large, is just your body complaining. It's just a complaint, and you can ignore it. We need to learn to do that. Christians particularly talk about not being moved by what they feel, not being moved by what they see. Man, that applies to everything. It doesn't really, they're not very good at keeping that. But the moment they get the tiniest little bit hungry, man, they're going to knock down the doors. I got to have that Mars bar, man. I got to do something. And it could be very, very severe. Learn to cap your hunger. Learn to do that, okay? Now, in fasting, you learn it very, very quickly. So in this past week, this is Friday, Saturday of, which is a week, no, this is Saturday I'm recording. Whoa! A week ago today, I stopped eating, okay? Just quit. So I didn't eat Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then I ate on Wednesday. So I had no food at all. I ran every day, and that was all fine. So I fasted. Now what that meant was, by the time Sunday afternoon had come along, all the excess blood sugar was down. And there's a problem, there's something that happens, which I'll talk about in my last 4th video here, and then I'm not recording anymore. I've been doing this all morning, okay? But I got, 4th, and then I started to eat on the Wednesday. Now, what happens then was that I had Tuesday, all day, Sunday, probably most of Monday, most of Tuesday, half of Wednesday, and because of what I ate on Wednesday, most of Wednesday, where my body stayed in energy supply mode. So I really leaned down very, very quickly. I got a bit porky over the holidays, not good. Hey, how did I break my fast? My favorite way to break my fast is with some smoked trout. I just buy a bag of smoked trout, and man, that was really, really, really good. And it's interesting when you do that, you realize that this particular beast lived only for the purpose of being sure that I could have something to eat. It's really fascinating. Anyways, so that's what happened to me in this past week. I did that same thing. Was I hungry? Well, I fasted so many times that yes, but it doesn't really matter. And not super hungry, not the kind of hunger that speaks about starvation. It's just like, hey, it'd be nice to eat. But I was able to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and frankly, if I wasn't working, and if I hadn't been training, and if I needed to, I could have done a week or 10 days without any real drama. I've done it many times. But I'm so lean that that's probably not a good thing to do, and especially while working, because you run down really quickly. In my next little video, I'm going to talk a little bit about what goes on when you fast, but certainly what happened in that mode was I extended the fasting that I talked about in the previous video, that fasting that normally would come overnight, a little bit longer. And your body switches over. Now, there's a lot of great things that happen when that takes place. What's my time here? I'll talk a little bit more thoroughly about that switchover time, and it's really fascinating once you start fasting, once you start enjoying that. You say, well, I don't think I could ever fast. Change your attitude, and you can. It's not that hard. Who shouldn't fast? People who are desperately thin, people who are fighting disease, nursing mothers. Women should be careful because of if you're a very lean woman on your cycle, that can be an issue, but you're heavier on your cycle, it is probably no impact at all, right? Anyways, you can talk to your doctor, the usual sort of stuff. This isn't medical advice. This is just lifestyle advice, okay? Or lifestyles. No, it's not even advice. It's just what I do for lifestyle. But these things can work really effectively. Get the blood sugar down. Give yourself some time, okay? So we'll talk a little bit about fasting, have a little bit of fun, tell you some home truths in the next video, and maybe this will be useful to you and for you. This has been Why You Can't Lose Weight, Part 3. Wow, let's see what more I have to say.